Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, the Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 10 American Tech Tree Heavy tank, the T110E5. This is a tank that Wargaming nerfed a while back, taking away its DPM, and then they gave it a buff in Update 9.1, where they made it extremely accurate. Now, in Update 9.4, Wargaming has given the tank PBR, and it's taken on quite a different shape, specifically the hull and the turret, which is, I guess, the entirety of the tank. The lower plate became a bit more angled, as you can see. It's still quite easy to penetrate, but it did become a bit steeper, making it somewhat harder to pen, especially the side armor with high explosive ammunition. The upper plate actually became almost impervious to even 374 millimeters of heat pen, but most specifically, the biggest thing I would say buffed about the T110E5 is the turret armor. As you can see, the turret is a much more rounded design, and because of that, it means that the E5 actually can get a lot of bounces with the turret armor. So yeah, I mean, I've actually talked to one of the comp players who performed, I think he did 2 or even 3 places in Joker first place finishes, so pretty good player, and he thinks that the E5 might be making a comeback in comp. Personally, I'm not too sure. I still believe that, like, the concept is kind of better than the E5 in every way, apart from the fact that the concept has worse heat pen, but apart from that, almost every other thing is better for the concept. But the E5 is still a very nice looking vehicle, and with the latest update, it's an interesting tank. I guess we're going to play it, see how it works out. We got the Foch off to the side, and there you go. Good example of the stupid accuracy of the E5. Even on the move there, we were able to connect a shell into the enemy Foch. We got a Sheridan up top, and for some reason our M60 didn't think that, you know, the Sheridan would shoot him. I have no clue where our shell went there. I thought it was actually pretty well aimed, but I guess it wasn't in the grand scheme of things, and I could have hit the dude if I had just, you know, aimed in a bit longer, but oh well. We got the Foch over here, and you can see just that ridiculously fast aiming time now. I mean, this gun is stupid accurate. So we're going to back up again. Oh, it looks like my 57 Heavy wants to take that slot, but that's all fine, because we're going to get another pen into the Foch. Hopefully our 57, yes, that's what I'm talking about. 57 Heavy finishes off the Foch. Now we're going to make our way over here. We got the VK90, who, well, we're going to go for a pen into the lower plate, or, you know what, the track wheel works too. You can see just the outstanding accuracy of the E5 here, and now that this tank actually got a turret cheek buff, I would say it's going to be pretty good at getting a lot of things done. We got a Minotauro at the back, who we were able to get a nice shell into. Minotauro misses me, which makes sense. I mean, the thing's got one of the least accurate guns in Tier 10. Is he going to poke it again? Looks like he might, but, I mean, we can't really do anything to his vehicle at the current position he's sitting at. Okay, well, we got the 183, the VK90, and the E100 over here. I'm aiming in on this E100 right now, and boom, beautiful slap into the roof of his vehicle. Now, it appears that that VK90 is getting in a side-scraping position, which is something that I have to be a bit cautious about, so I'm going to keep that in mind. We do still have the E100 over here, though. We got our Minotauro, but I'm a little cautious right now. Obviously, I don't want to put myself in a position that I can't get out of. But we have a 60 that is full health, which is going to be really good. Plus, I just noticed we have a T57 Heavy over here, which is going to be another little bit of extra support. So we're going to go aim in on the Minotauro very quickly. And, well, as you can see, the Minotauro is very good standard resilience, but as soon as we load premium ammo, thing becomes absolute butter. And this is where the Minotauro really has its downsides. It's just that, I mean, gold rounds literally butter through the poor vehicle. So all that's left is a Vickers off to the side, and we're going to aim in one shell into the Vickers. There you go, nice 407 tap. And this is a pretty good game. I can't really say that we did anything outstanding, but the E5 is a good take. Wargaming has changed the vehicle in so many ways now that I think it's actually back to a pretty good state. We did 3,700 damage in this battle, and I gotta be real, I have played 160 battles in the Minotauro today, trying to figure out really its playstyle, how it works. I personally have to say I don't think it's an amazing vehicle. The Minotauro, I'm averaging about 3,000 damage in, and for example, I average about 3,500 damage in every other tier 10 vehicle. Now normally, yeah, I guess you could say a skill issue, but I actually take took a look at the average players in the vehicle of the Minotauro. I also took a look at Fatness's statistics and even a lot of my friends that play the tank, and I'm amongst the top of all the players that I've seen so far using the tank. I've even gone up against some Joker players using the vehicle. To me, it just seems like the Minotauro is not the tank that is really meant for anything right now. Don't get me wrong, it's got a nice gun, it's got good alpha, but man, it doesn't have accuracy. And when it has such bad DPM and it doesn't have that accuracy going for it, and you bounce one or just two shells, you've lost 1,000 damage from your game, and that's when you lose all of your damage per minute. Now, the E5 is fast, as you can see. It has a very, very nice top speed of 42 kilometers per hour, which we were able to use and accelerate very fast into the front line. We do have the Minotauro off to the side, but that guy doesn't really worry me. Right now, what I'm thinking of doing, well, actually, if we put on our adrenaline, we might just be able to slap a shell into the side of his tank. There you go. Nice 383 tap into his vehicle. And with that, we're going to reload again, and we're going to load a heat shell. This is where that fantastic accuracy, the E5, could come into play. Unfortunately, not that shell, but not every shell is going to be perfect. We also got the Conchicaro Mark II off to the side over here, and oh boy, our 54 is just being badonkered. Oh, really? That's a cringe shot. Oh, well. I kind of aimed it a bit poor, definitely will admit that, but oh well. Let's aim in. We got the Minotauro off to the side, and nice hatching shot into his vehicle, 376 damage. You can see just where the Minotauro definitely falls a little bit short. We're going to reload again, a couple more seconds here, and, well, let's just go for... I'm not really sure who I want to shoot. Let's go for the Progetto. That's a pretty easy tap. Right now, we're only down one tank, which is a T-54. Not too much of a loss, if I'm going to be completely honest. And our team can definitely make it up. So we got the Conchicaro off to the side. We got the Minotauro right over here. And unfortunately, I'm just not able to hit the shell onto his tank. But if he pokes it again, maybe we will be. I'm just going to chill here. I mean, this is a really good spot. For example, this E100 pokes. We get a nice tap in. Unfortunately, my grill bounced it. That's really lucky for that dude. I don't know what else to say. Just flat luck on his part. Yeah, but we can just chill here. I mean, this is, again, just what the E5 is so good at doing, is just living the life, chill as can be. There you go, another nice slap into the E100's lower plate. You don't know how amazing it feels to drive a tank as accurate as the E5 after driving the Conchicaro. I mean, it's literally night and day. So we got the Super Conqueror over here. Nice HE into the back of his vehicle for 440 damage. We're going to reload again. A couple more seconds left. We should be able to get another slap into his tank. Oh my god. It just feels so nice to be able to hit shell after shell. After 160 games in a vehicle like the Minotauro, I mean, I'm literally a god when it comes to accuracy on tanks that actually have decent accuracy going for it. All right, well, let's make our way a little bit aggressive here. I mean, there's no real tank that worries me. We do have the Minotauro over here, but nothing that's gonna scare me. Well, it looks like the Super Conch was finished off. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to position our tank this way, and we should be able to get just a nice slap, thank you very much, into the E100. And this is where the Minotauro just doesn't do well. It doesn't have the DPM to really fend itself off against enemy opponents. And as you can see, we have plenty of pen to cut through a vehicle like the Minotauro. So I think the tank's good, but, I mean, its armor just really doesn't do that amazing, as you can see, and when using a vehicle like the E5, I mean, we literally butter through the tank. So this was a good game. Did our job, came out with a victory, and there you have it, 4,000 damage dealt. Not a hard battle at all. The Minotauro, sorry, not the Minotauro, the T110E5. I've played the Minotauro so many times today that it is almost hard not to say the tank's name. But the T110E5 is a really solid tank. It's got armor, it's got mobility, it's got okay DPM, but it's the fact that it's got accuracy and the great penetration that makes it such a strong tier 10 heavy. Overall, I really like the E5, and it would be cool to see this tank make a resurgence in the comp meta. I mean, the armor is definitely a plus, especially, I mean, look at how small that hatch is now, but at the same time, I mean, the concept is smaller than the E5, it's got more DPM than the E5, it's got more accuracy on the move, so there are still a lot of advantages the concept has over it, the E6, obviously, so I guess we'll have to see. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and let me know what you think about the tank in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.